If we are to accept that this Counter-Strike community will be a statistically based one, then my only request I make on HLTV, on ESEA, Faceit, Valve, or any of the corporations that regulate Counter-Strike is to please make a new statistic, form a statistic that truly demonstrates what it means to be a support player, both CT side and T side. What I would request is something that I will show in this example. I'm showing it on YouTube because I thought of this very quickly and this is readily available. I could go into a demo. It doesn't really need a example. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I thought I would show you a play here really made by Freiburg, but capped off by Get Right. It's a rather famous one, actually. Now, the irony of this play, of Freiburg throwing this flash, is that the only reason why Freiburg has been able to be the king of banana, in my opinion, is because of Get Right's extreme ability to be an amazing support player, CT side. Freiburg hasn't been the king of banana without Get Right being the B support, B rotator. But we'll leave that for another time. As you see, Freiburg throws this flash. And I have to ask, exactly after Get Right gets that 4K, where does it show up on the stats sheet? Other than Freiburg winning this duel outright. Where does it show up on the stat sheet for Freiburg in regards to that 4K? Where is it for him? Where is it? All I see here is 100. Meanwhile, Get Right has 401. And the society we live in is one where people refuse to watch demos. They don't watch games. But they'll sit at the end of a game or stop in the middle of one. Or maybe they'll look at your league statistics from main or from invite. And they'll look at your score and immediately say, oh, Get Right's having a great first. Oh, look at that round, 4-1. Get Right really put the team on his back there. Amazing. And it completely discounts anything Freiburg might have done to set him up, because he gets no reward for it. Currently, in the current system, you get nothing statistically on record for throwing a flash. So, to help your teammates, right? So in my mind, this is the true assist. If you're like thinking in basketball terms, this is the alley-oop of sorts, right? Freiburg throwing, he's alley-ooping Get right here, and I don't know what to call it necessarily, but I just feel like there should be a statistic recorded by ESEA. I think if ESEA were to do it, it would give them such a leg up over any other program, or CIVO, or even if Valve were to program the statistic into the game, that would make it a lot easier for these leagues and these clients, obviously. But it's not hard to see. Well, as you can see, there's these little indicators that these guys are flashed here, and it even shows it on the sidebar. So there is something that is recording in a programming sense whether a player is full flashed or partially flashed or not flashed at all. And as long as that's already being programmed or already being evaluated, then why couldn't we go the extra mile and sort of code something together that if player B throws a flash and it flashes player Z, Y, and X, and then player A, who is Get Right, gets a kill off of that, then something is recorded for player B, Freiburg. And I don't know what we should call it. I think if you have any ideas of what we should call it, please comment below or in any of the areas that I might post this video to. Please leave a comment saying, I think it would be cool if this statistic was called, a flasher or a blinding or an alley-oop or whatever you might think of. Please leave that below. But that's just something I thought of. I thought it would improve the game. I think it would improve Counter-Strike, and I think it would actually change the way people play, because I think it would be really interesting, ultimately, especially retroactively, to see who's the guy who set up his teammates best, who's the guy who threw the best flashes. Who's the guy who, it'd be really interesting even going forward to see who's throwing flashes that are blinding the enemy and their teammates are capitalizing on that. I think that would just be awesome for the game and for analysis and for everything, really. And that's really all I have to say.